We just finished a live stream a few hours ago and I got a very good question. I've been thinking about it as an inspirator. He made the train. It's all about inspirational music. This live stream, he asked me, what exactly is this what I play in? Like, do I start from the scratch or do I prepare something? How does it exactly work? To my own surprise, I have a pretty detailed answer for this. Basically, I have at least four folders. And depending on how I feel, this is how I work. If I feel very confident, full of ideas, feel creative, I go straight from zero. Basically, I create new project. It's not even mapped project. When we have some audience there and I'm not feeling confident enough, I really like to unfold the project. And I already noticed many times that once project is finished to the point that you actually could render it and release it, this is where everything starts. Someone from architecture world mentioned a quote, at the point where everybody is finishing, I'm only getting started. This is kind of approach I'm trying to follow when I work with music, because everything we play, you hear it on a live stream, but people will hear it years later on music platforms. This is how it works. Best of the best will go there. I don't really release stuff if it's like I have two same works or two different works, but they are kinda have same idea, same core. If they have same core, basically what I do, I kill one, take the best out of it, put it into whatever record I think would worth it more than this work. And now, like, final work has best of the both world. This is how I created a lot of works in my past. On top of my mind, long-term game, which didn't have in the beginning drums, the taiko drums. It's a sample, it's a MIDI, it's a sample, from completely different work. I don't even remember how it sounds. I just decided at some point that I keep working on long-term game, which now live, I think it's in the first album, Hints of Destiny. And this one is basically, non-existent at this point. So this is my take on work from zero. And then I have two folders when I feel less confident or not confident at all, or I want to impress someone at the same time. This is how it works. If I'm not confident at all, I go for complete projects that I have been put like really a lot of time. I don't really change too much. Every time I play them, I do change something. Sometimes it can be even significant that I really like basically got my back. Basically, I don't know, it's literally nearly you can play and they are like, they just work without you. At least this is very good for interacting with chat and stuff like that. Or when you have some stressful moments on the stream, for example, raid trains, it's pretty stressful at this point for me, so I go for more safer options. And the golden middle in all this stuff is folder ideas. It's the biggest folder, of course. This is pretty deep projects. Some of them really like 8-bar loop, and that's basically it. Everything in between, This is ideas folder, my favorite. When you play always something that you've been working on for a while, it gets old, and I find myself switching between projects too often, so I don't let them play out the way they created. I rush them, and that's really damages experience for a listener, because like I heard it, some of it maybe hundreds of times, I'm not sure at this point, but someone hear it for the first time and I rush this. I don't think it's very good experience for a listener. So the golden middle is, I guess, would be ideas folder. A lot of happy accidents happens in this folder too, because you don't know where you go, you just go on. Sometimes you're trying to do something, and this is the folder where the most of improv going on, because I don't even have like the full instrument, you like in some projects you can have like one beat and that's all, really, that's about it. Everything else you do on the go, but beats is really good, and like, this is why you saved it. This is how it works. And in another one you have like piano or like some strings, and you need to, this is my favorite approach, but you need to really feel it, because sometimes you don't. For example, if something going on in your life, because this is live stream, right? Whatever happens, you need to, after all, like just jump into Twitch and perform your best. I like that about live streaming. It's not about being in perfect condition. It's about being at your best, at your worst, if that makes sense. Viewers, if I'm not sure and certain about their reaction, will they follow the idea? Yeah, I go for my go-to projects. It doesn't mean they sound the best. It means that I just memorized them to the point that allows me to not go in certain direction, but really improvise and play it out. And in this year, I started to study music theory, which allows me to basically have scale in my mind. So in my project, you can see a scale, its name and its notes, so that if I want, I could even play improv, which is often happens. And at this point, you can request the piano or whatever you want for me to play. And this is actually pretty interesting, because what it does, when you think about it, you basically forcing me out of my comfort zone by requesting this improv. I do it, but I also record it as a medium, right? So this is the interesting part, because you made me record improv, and if it really worked, I save it, and just it's already happened one time. I save it, and that's basically could go to final record. I mean, of course I'm gonna edit it a little bit, but some improvs really requested by viewers, they can go into final work. They will be for years and years on Spotify, Apple and stuff like that. This is interesting, and this is what happened with Berserker Cracks. From time to time he requests something. He's really into piano improvs. I think he's really into piano itself, So he requested the piano improv, so I did it. But then I go wow, that's actually, I'm vibing with that. I want that in project. I want to keep it, so I saved it. I gotta edit it, quantize it and stuff like that, probably, right? But this is, I think, the way the project will stay to the release date. This is amazing. So this is how it works. And this is all about flexibility. So basically, this is all about how I feel. If I feel good, I can go more raw. Or if, live stream only started, it takes some time for people to join, because everybody have their lives going on. So while nobody watching, basically, sometimes it's enough of time for me to develop a zero project to some interesting point. I was afraid at some point to share that these projects are played through time, but actually now when I think about it, it's a good way to add some transparency, and this is good way to hint you. Even project that is already created, sometimes you can see it if you play a live stream record that already happened. For example, we play it today live stream, and you play it in the beginning, and then you play it in the end. If this is the same project, it's gonna sound so much different that this is completely different work. Because sometimes because of how often I stream, I'm not afraid to delete elements of soundtracks. This is common fear of a producer. I've put so much effort into this sound, aka into this instrument, into this element, and now I don't want to delete this. Live streaming healed this problem of mine. Never. Inconvenient, a little bit inconvenient. Swing the axe. Yeah, shout out to as an inspirator. Thank you for the opportunity to showcase my work on your Rate Train, and thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you guys for watching live streams and for joining. That means world, as always. This is wonderful. You just keep me going, honestly. I guess that's about it. Maybe I should come up with some catchphrase for the end of videos. I don't know. I don't have it yet, so bye.